Everyone, it is Morphin Mania time once again. I'm Captain Logan. Here's Jason.
Hey guys.
Here's DJ.
What's up?
And our special guest this evening, for the first time on Geekvolution in like 3 years, Lance Fusion.
Lance Fusion. Hi, I'm back.
Look, it's Lance. Lance of Who Reviews the Reviewers fame. Lance also, years ago now, made a really great series on Power Rangers. We wanted to make sure and get him in here for some of these. And Lance, I hope this is the only time you show up on this series. I hope you're able to come again, because I'm really excited to have you. And we haven't hung out, and this is a great excuse for us to get together again.
Definitely. And I certainly hope there's some utility to those videos at this point. They probably look really old. They came out before the DVDs came out, so it's all like really terribly low-res YouTube footage, like 240, and I don't know.
You should do the special editions.
There's a little bit of George Lucas in all of us, isn't there?
I want to say thanks to everybody watching live right now. I see a lot of folks in the comments there. There's Grim Death Griffin, Anime 2018, Cinematographic, John Early, Thomas Edgehill. Hi, guys. Good to see everybody. If you are watching this live with us, of course, you're going to want to go to the Rabbit Room there in the description, and that will allow you to watch exactly what we're watching as we're streaming it. If you're watching after the fact, either on Patreon or in 2019, as I talk to 3 separate audiences, you'll want to get out your Netflix or your DVDs. However you want to watch it, get it to timestamp 0, and make sure that you're watching episode 57, Enter the Lizinator. And am I remembering correctly? Enter the Lizinator is one of. Well, yes, there's that, but also that's one of the Bryan Cranston episodes, I believe. Am I remembering that right? That Lizinator is one of the 2 Cranston voices. Sometimes I get these wrong, but I think that's one of them. I don't know. I didn't look it up again.
We're gonna let you be wrong, maybe, because we don't want to defend it.
No, I don't think so.
Somebody in the comments will tell me. Anyway, so we are watching 57 and 58 tonight. We've got Enter the Lizinator, and then we've got football season. Of course, for you live viewers, we're going to be batch shooting, so we'll be doing a couple more shows right after this. So stick around with us throughout the evening up until about midnight, a little after, if you would like to stick around and hang out with us watching more Power Rangers. And do try to be here later on, if possible, because we're going to get to the most important thing in all of Power Rangers. If your name is Captain Logan, he's coming tonight, folks. He's coming. Look forward to it. Here we go. Enter the Lizinator. We are 4 episodes away from the end of season 1, and let's do it right now. 4 episodes left of the back 20. Thank goodness. Let's do it. Here we go. Everybody, please press play right now. We only have to listen to it 4 more times.
I can't wait to see if I remember this episode at all.
That's been my experience this entire time.
It's going to be a little bit harder for me when we get into season 2 and 3 because, Lance, I did a hour and 15-minute rewind of an overview of season 1 recently, like 5 or 6 months ago.
Oh,
so
really? I haven't seen that yet.
So I'll send it to you. I have seen all these recently, and but of course they run together, so I'll get into one and I'm like, which one? Oh yeah, it's this one.
It's the one with the fish, Cap, obviously.
the one with the fish. Yeah. It's a lot of fish. We've been playing a game on this show, Lance, called Does That Look Like a Fish?
Oh yeah, that reminds me, I gotta pull up my notes here.
Oh yeah, we're counting some things too. Oh. Are we counting fish monsters? That is the thing we should be counting, because there's so many fish monsters.
Am I taking notes? Is this homework? What's going on?
No, you don't have to do anything. That's DJ's job. DJ is counting things for us. We're doing a little bit of a counting Crypto Freaks thing with this, where DJ, there are certain things that we're counting, and DJ always writes them down. Here's another Stuart St. John episode. He writes a bunch of these.
Is he related to Austin St. John?
I don't think he is at all. I think I read that at one time. Worth Keeter is a director that I'm not familiar with.
It's an awesome name, though.
Yeah, but where's Jon Stewart? We haven't seen him in a while. There's a director named Jon Stewart that we had for like 3 episodes in a row. I still don't remember this episode right off.
These actually look like
the guest star looks kind of familiar to me, so maybe I have seen this before.
Did you just say these look like high school kids?
Those actually look like kids, unlike the Rangers.
But not high school kids. They look like maybe junior high or like late elementary school kids, right?
No, I didn't say high school. I said the guest star kid.
No, I thought DJ said high school.
No, I said it. Is Angel Grove like a full school, like from sixth grade?
No,
all the way
but
to
they're
high
at the
school?
youth center right now.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
okay.
youth.
But were they not cheering for Angel Grove? I guess there's a middle school too.
Say Angel
That's
Grove
true.
Junior High.
Angel Grove Junior High. She just said it.
There you go. I see it.
So every school in the line has the same name.
They're just not creative about that at all.
Apparently.
And there's Angel Grove Parochial School, and see, is she gonna make a pom pom monster? I don't remember. Finster, hurry up with that pom pom monster with a witch hat. Hurry up. Make that. And it's also got a traffic light on its head.
Cheesiness.
Queasiness.
It's like even when I was doing my videos, I didn't really watch much of the quote back 20 since, like you said, it's not based on
This is a fish
on
monster.
Sentai footage. So
No, this is a lizard monster. That's why it's called the Lizardnator. I'm just pretty sure it's not a lizard pom pom.
a wizard cheerleader, lizard cheerleader,
A lizard wizard.
Lizard wizard would be.
lizard wizard gizzard.
You ever played Sci-Fi Munchkin with the phaser, dazer, laser, mazer?
There's an unusually large amount of things that rhyme with wizard.
And laser, it turns out. She is really into cheerleading.
She's really bad at cheerleading.
Well, she might be okay at cheerleading, but just not as good at acting, I'm thinking.
Well, this is Power Rangers. Only the highest quality union actors are used in this show. So
And by union, you mean day players.
Yeah, they
No,
definitely weren't allowed to union or they got fired.
no, this is all high quality SAG stuff here. That's why the
Oh,
performance
I
is so
remember
good.
this one.
Yeah, this is starting to come back to me a little bit. Alas, there will be no pom-poms.
There better be a putty fight on this playground. That's all I'm saying.
Putties
Yeah,
are
I
going
mean-
to playgrounds like moths to a flame.
They would be really remiss if they didn't do that. I don't know if we ever go to a playground, not in just Mighty Morphin, but any Power Ranger show, and we don't fight the equivalent of the putties. Like, I don't know if that ever happens.
Well, that's the putty's natural habitat on their homeland. Is just playgrounds everywhere.
Jeffrey from earlier, when we were talking about the different schools, says Angel Grove isn't a place; it's a people. Grimdeath says, "I wish we would have counted kids that don't do sports well."
Oh yeah, that would have been a good one.
And we also could have made that, I think the list would be exactly the same. Kids that couldn't do sports well, but then they are the best there's ever been at them.
Yep, at the end.
It only
Like a
takes
soccer
half an
team.
hour to become good at sports.
Oh, is that right? I always
Yeah,
heard
half an hour
10,000
is
hours
more-
in anything. Is it half an hour? Is
I'll
that
hold the putty on the slide.
Yeah. They've been using clay brains a lot lately. They seem to think that one's really clever.
Clay
Yeah, good one.
How do they even know they're made of clay? Like they don't see Finster make them.
Because they're called
That's true.
putties. And maybe
Well, I mean, I guess we're supposed to assume that they look and feel more like clay than the suits are giving on. I
thought they were
suspension of disbelief.
I thought we were
but remember
supposed to
when they
think they're
disintegrate, they look like clay.
Slide.
They clay disintegrate.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Why do they? When do we get Zed putties?
When Zed shows up.
when Zed comes.
Well, a little bit later, we're gonna see that.
I'm not gonna see it.
Yeah, you're gonna have to go to bed by then. But you'll see him later though.
Man, I never noticed Babu's creepy like arms that just flap around at the back.
It's
You
all
guys,
part of
I
their
never would
evil
have called the
plan.
putty showing up. Now,
See those arm things that are just dangling? Like chicken wings?
Yeah.
it took you 54 episodes,
Hey, Squat or Babu or whichever one it is. Squat,
57 episodes.
he doesn't do much, so
Yeah.
it's
First,
Babu,
we
man.
capture a preteen girl, and then Angel Grove is ours.
Oh, I
Wow.
remember this guy.
What an entrance!
He looks more like a wolf.
Does Jason have a part-time job I forgot about?
Yeah, what's he doing?
Well, there's a lot of things with the Rangers that they do exactly one time
That's
and never
true.
again.
But it's usually volunteer work, not actual stuff they get paid to do.
That's true, but sometimes they'll have a hobby for 5 seconds. I'm
His
really
hobby
into
is carrying
this.
boxes.
Did he have
Since
like a
when?
cake in his hand?
Oh,
What was
because
that?
it had to match the footage. He had to be at this little warehouse, but he morphed.
Yeah, you also notice that nobody drives domestic cars
Okay.
in Angel Grove.
Oh man.
Okay.
Ferret face. I like that one.
He needs heat beams.
He's like, hang on a second while I turn around.
This is also, I think, DJ, the first appearance of this Wasserman song, which we've been hearing this entire time, I think.
So why is the Lizinator ferret face?
Yeah, he's got hair. He looks like a wolf.
And now we're going to play another game called Is That a Lizard?
No, that is not a lizard.
He's also not doing an Arnold impression. He's doing like a Swedish swim coach impression.
Oh, and he's doing a crappy Schwarzenegger. Did you hear that?
Maybe he's a Swedish cheerleader coach, and so he thematically fits into the episode.
Exactly.
Rita, she's our man. If she can't do it, wait, she's not a man.
Whoa. This is cool that he's got like super strength that he keeps showing. Also, we find out in this episode that Rangers can get hit by cars.
Oh, see, that's why he sounds like Schwarzenegger, because it's like the Terminator, but he's the Lizinator, see? And then he'll be back.
Is everybody...
Cinegraphic, get to the pool! Yeah, I know. I always know, and I know what the name of the monster is, even though it didn't exist until 5 minutes ago.
Okay, so do we have the Green Ranger, or...
Yeah, he just can't morph that often. Or they act like he can't morph that often.
In a few episodes, he won't be able to morph that often. Oh, it's one of those scanners, one of those SKU scanners in retail stores.
Yeah, I was gonna say I use that at Kroger to mark down items when they're about to go
What
out.
happens to Rita when Zed...
Well, he puts her in a dumpster and tosses her back in space.
Oh, yeah.
That will happen. If you're watching Power Rangers with us for the first time, you're gonna, hear a lot of us talking and not actually get a lot of what's happening. But it's Power Rangers, so it's probably okay.
Don't worry, we're gonna be watching some of this for the first time.
I'm gonna try to take the time to watch at least some of the stuff I don't know, but
Wild Force will be shooting blind.
Yeah, but at least we're not doing all of that one.
Yeah.
Lance, we're doing 10 entire seasons because it's the 10th anniversary of Geekvolution next year. Oh. And then we're gonna sample all the ones we're not doing, but only up until the Neil Saban era. We're not bothering with those.
Well, yeah, good choice.
We're not that strong.
From what I've heard.
Yeah. We're going to go through RPM, and we are watching all of RPM.
I do kind of want to see RPM. I've always thought I'd like that one. I've never seen it before, but...
I like what little I've seen of it.
I love it. It's one of my favorites. My favorites are Space, SPD, and RPM. And we're watching all of those, right?
Yep.
Yay! All of the episodes, anyway?
Yep.
At this point, I just watched Linkara's History of Power Rangers for the Cliff Notes versions of all the series I never watched.
Yeah, people reference that a lot.
I'm not a big fan of that stuff, but I do like Jungle Fury.
Jungle Fury's in a pizza place.
There are a lot of cars in this episode. A lot of vehicular damage.
None of them were made in America.
Buddies can drive.
Wow,
they really went crazy with this Ju 2 footage, huh? Yeah. They just put like anything they could think of in here.
Anything like that.
Lance, can you maybe answer a question I keep asking that I can't find any information on? Zoo 2, did we give them scripts, or did they just make up a bunch of random things and then we wrote around that?
I'm not sure if I can give a definitive answer on that, but I would guess they made up their own stuff. Especially since, the footage they use in season 2, they have to edit out so much Zord footage since it's not the applicable stuff anymore.
A lot of it is way too creative for us to have actually written down, I'm sorry to say, I think.
Yeah. Especially at this point in the series.
Who can kick a giant rock?
A great shield.
Yeah. Not that stupid cloth shield.
They still have the real one. Could you guys occasionally just airmail us that?
Yeah, just ship that over.
Is that too much to ask?
No, that's the weak shield.
No, this is the good one.
Oh.
I never noticed the difference when I was a kid. I'm embarrassed to say.
Same here.
Yeah,
no, somebody had to point it out to me, and I was like, "Oh, that's like a Halloween costume."
Yeah, it just looks like felt.
Yeah.
Baron OKC says we're doing Turbo because I hated
monologue.
him. No, we're not doing all of Turbo. They do a lot of inner monologue in the show.
Flashback also, here we go.
Wow, inner monologue and flashback all intertwined. Wow.
Flashback on the swings with wind blowing in her hair.
Cinematographic has a question for me.
I don't know why they're so obsessed with cheerleading in this episode.
This guy, he also has like armadillo shoulders. I don't think he's a lizard at all.
Yeah, this episode's obsessed with cheerleading and cars because they go together so well.
And lizards.
Yeah, and lizards who are ferrets.
Ferret lizards. Oh yeah, and he's got like a couple of voices laced on top of each other.
Well, that's the lizard voice and the armadillo voice and the
caption said, "Make my monster strong." I guess they haven't seen the show before.
Yeah, except it's never said that before.
Well, technically, he is getting stronger because he's gigantic.
I think at least the subtitles have stopped saying Zordan. I think that's stopped. It was consistently Zordan for like 30 episodes.
No, I think it's even because the first time I saw it was in Alien Rangers.
Oh, so they went back to it then. But yeah, Cinematographic wanted to know if you knew the names of the RPM ranges.
Do we?
I know a few of them.
Okay.
Do we know what the different tune does when he does the second tune?
Because so many actual concrete rules and Power Rangers.
Well, the first one calls him, but then when he goes the other one, he just like kept walking. I don't know what he did.
Well, the Dragon Zord, it motivates him. The Dragon Zord likes that song.
That's like the Rocky theme for him.
Oh man, I would love that so much. I would edit that. I would
Oh, we're gonna lift him up by his tail again?
That's yes. We could have counted that. Those are fun.
I love physics.
Well, the Lizinator has already proven his supreme strength as he lifts cars and stuff. So
the Rocky theme is the melody that makes him eat a big pole.
A big striped pole.
Big stock footage pole.
It's only stock footage after the first time.
Oh yeah.
What do you mean? Oh yeah.
I forgot that You
forgot there was a Zord sequence?
I forgot that the Dragon Zord ate the pole.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Let's lose this lizard.
It looks like Japan like desaturated their.
I just love this part.
I love how Power Rangers got so much mileage out of this footage compared to the Sentai, who only used this footage like one time and then skipped over it every other episode.
Yeah. Like they never show that crystal thing like ever again.
Yeah, it only happens once. The first time they make them.
Getting the crystals, and I don't know what exactly they do, except, well, it seems, we've talked about this, it seems like it makes tank mode. But I don't know why you need it for tank mode, because they don't do tank mode before the crystals. They're like, you have these crystals, they just come out of thin air, and then tank mode.
Okay. In the Sentai, there was a whole story about that, and that was what they needed to make the mechs come together. In Power Rangers, it was just like, oh, here are crystals. I don't know what they do. Let's fight a thing.
Because
they're so important.
Power Rangers episode. Man,
I'm trying not to be embarrassed for this little girl right now.
I was about to say the same thing. I feel kind of embarrassed for myself, though.
What, just watching it, or?
You ever feel embarrassment by proxy?
Yeah, there's like a chill running down your spine when she goes, beat her! And I'm like,
Rita totally rhymes with beater.
Rita, yeah.
If I was friends with that girl, I would bring that up all the time.
Yeah, I wonder what she's doing now.
Revealing his bully days back when he was Skull. Have we seen Bulk and Skull this episode?
No, we haven't.
Well, that's what's wrong with it.
Yeah.
This has pretty much been an all fighting episode. There was like a tiny bit of
Cheerleading.
Cheerleading and fighting, yeah.
but they've been fighting this guy like the whole time.
Really the benchmarks of Power Rangers. Bye, Anime 2018. Thanks for being here.
Oh man.
Ooh.
Big guns.
Yeah, does this monster require Titanus? Is that...
Apparently. He said he couldn't penetrate. There's metal skin because that's what lizards have.
That's what armadillos have, obviously.
Yeah, that's the armadillo part of him.
Oh, right. Metal armadillo.
Armadillozonator didn't sound as good. So
Armadillozonator. I like it, actually. Makes you work to say it. Because you got to earn that title.
This is what we in the field call overkill.
Wait. Is it overkill or overkill?
I would say overkill because of my 2 years of hell with Spawn. Oh, we have to watch it again? Oh, no! Oh, well, at least it's self-aware.
Oh, they mentioned pom-poms at least.
she called
a pom-pom monster.
That was the same footage, I think, every time.
Wait, so she was supposed to be horrible because she just ran them away with her cheering.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. At least it's self-aware, apparently. So, what does she learn from this? I suck at cheerleading, but I'm, like, innovative and, like I use ingenuity.
If I ever get kidnapped, it'll come in handy to save me.
Like, how do you know my name?
Wait, that's how you learn how to believe in yourself? You're lesson believe in yourself because you suck at the one thing you like to do. Okay.
Wait, what? have they met her before?
Yeah, were they at the beginning and we just don't remember it?
I don't think so. Unless it was off screen.
We're here to bully you now because that's our designated job. We don't know who you are, but
we can't bully the kids in our own grade, so we go to the junior high.
Okay, but if they do a cheer, I'm not gonna know if it's supposed to be bad or not.
There it is.
What is up with Skull's Confederate hat?
Yeah, that would not be in the show today.
No, that's true. There's another pant rip. We're not counting those, but we could be.
I don't feel like Bulk would be embarrassed if he ripped his pants.
Well, it happens on such a regular basis. I don't know if you would even notice it.
Like, he's never embarrassed when he, like, falls on his face. I don't know why that would embarrass him. Oh, wow. When did she learn this?
I guess Squat and Babu taught her that.
Or maybe she was doing intentionally bad cheering earlier. She's like, slant rhymes are dumb. I'll freak them out with slant rhymes.
Okay,
but she's not cheering at all. She's just dancing.
Jason's very opinionated about this.
I like the dance, but I don't like the song.
Jason's a dancer, by the way.
Well, this is the 90s, Jason. This is just what music sounded like.
Yeah, that's what the 90s was like. I was there. I remember that.
I like that she was in that cave for like 5 years. Like, she had an arrow like experience where she just trained in dancing the whole time and came back.
It's hilarious. But what they didn't show you was the whole year where she was actually in China, and then the part where she came back to Angel Grove, but nobody knew about it. You know, there's that whole thing. They'll retcon that. We'll find that out later. Okay, now we're gonna go to an episode that I've been looking forward to talking about and making fun of because it's hilarious. Football season, where we find out that Tommy is the one of the 6 Power Rangers that cannot figure out football because he likes karate. It's my favorite. It's my favorite episode. It's my favorite dumb Tommy thing. It's great. Anyway, so if you're watching live, make sure that you're still looking at the Rabbit Room, or if you just came in, click that link in the description for the Rabbit Room. And everybody else, episode 58, and get it to timestamp 0. Get ready to press play now. Is everybody ready for another one?
Yes, I'm ready.
He's ready. Here we go. Everybody, please press play right now.
Okay, so I just realized something, and I'm sure it's come up in the conversations before I was here.
Yeah.
Anytime the name Jason comes up, I'm not going to be sure who you're talking about at first. Because you said Jason's a dancer. I didn't know if you meant the Power Ranger or not.
I'm sorry, I did not even think of that. This is my son, Jason. He's a dancer, and that's why he had opinions about dancing. When we went to Power Morphicon, he actually cosplayed as Jason from season 1 with the red headband and the
just to confuse
that will get up. Yeah, and when we interviewed Catherine Sutherland, she asked Jason if he was if his name was Jason or if he was Jason from the TV show, and he's like, yes.
Yeah. Good answer. I like that.
Both.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm gonna cosplay as the Gold Ranger if I go.
You should. That'd be awesome.
That would be really cool. I want a suit.
Quick as lightning, strong as steel. Watch out, danger. He's for real.
Terrence H. Winkless.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, are these real names or they make pseudonyms for themselves? Oh, the crew.
I'm pretty sure that's a real name, but that's fair. This would be the show that you would expect some of that. Of course, Bulk looks like he could be a football player.
Like he was just going to tackle Skull. Like
So
why was he going to?
Do you guys have a Principal Kaplan wig counter?
No, we should have. We didn't want like Morphin, Mighty Morphin specific stuff since we're doing that.
That's true.
That's fair.
Because you could just count things that aren't funny, but are supposedly funny.
Oh, wait, Tommy has played football before. No, that's basketball.
I was gonna say we didn't see that would make this even funnier though.
No. Really good at basketball. If the ball is oblong, no idea what he's doing. Completely
Yeah,
wrong.
because you expect me to have the same thing. Oh man, I don't know how to dribble. I'm just too busy doing karate moves.
Yeah.
We'll win the big game.
I mean, I could understand if like he wasn't good at throwing or catching, maybe, but isn't it like he just doesn't understand any of it?
No, it's like the only thing his mode is always karate.
Does he like beat up everybody on the field? Is there a scene where he does that?
Yeah, he just keeps going into stances and stuff when he's supposed to like catch your three.
Didn't the dialogue say he was worried about being cut from the team, which means he's already on the team? So how did he even get there in the first place?
It's true. Because he says like I've never played it. Like in this moment, he's never played football before.
Why is he on the team? Just to be with Jason, friends?
Yeah, I think it's just expected. You know.
Yeah, we don't believe you, Arnie.
They're the best at everything, and football's the most important thing in high school, and everybody knows that. So, of course.
Look at those pants.
He's doing that.
Man, Skull was rocking leggings before they were a thing.
Yeah.
That is true. A lot of football players do that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why they did it, because it's like a stereotype.
But something tells me Bulk's not going to be great at it.
Zero says, football would be a million times more entertaining if they incorporated karate.
There's a Jet Li movie where he just like beats everybody up when he's playing football, like a rec football game. Like they tell him that you can only hit the person that has the ball. So he like just throws the ball to people and like beats them up and then takes the ball and then throws it to everyone. It's really weird.
So what did Ernie look like when he was in college?
A football player?
Did he look like...
Not like that.
Yeah, he probably did. He was probably in shape. He probably didn't look like that.
Yeah, he probably didn't look like a really big...
Like, how can you just don't do it?
This is my favorite thing with Tommy. Because it's so dumb.
It would make more sense if Rita cast a spell on him that made him do karate all the time.
That would be really funny. And like, usually I would praise this for not doing that, for having it actually be some kind of like a difficult, like internal conflict or something. But what makes it even worse is we throw him under the bus where everybody else can do it but him, and they all do karate.
But isn't there an episode Tommy is forced to compulsively eat the entire episode?
I don't remember that. Is that a thing?
I'm pretty sure that's a thing where he like he's just eats, can't stop eating.
I know there's a Rocky episode where he can't stop playing games.
Yeah.
The pachinko machine.
That's my favorite Rocky episode.
Really?
I had that one on VHS as a kid. Saw it a million times.
I can't imagine watching the pachinko obsession a million times.
Hey, it's all I had, man.
I do like this idea that Ernie was a football player and actually getting him into the main story. Like that's kind of nice. We don't do that much with Ernie.
No, Tommy, don't kick the guy in the face.
Yeah, he's gonna be dangerous in the football field. He just but it's legitimately entertaining. You can't take that away from him.
Running into the thing.
Is his necklace?
I don't mean. Is that cool? But I mean, like even Billy and Kimball than he is.
Yeah.
So you would think they wouldn't be.
Well, and it's going to be all, just like that Tommy's forgetful thing that we're going to have here in a little bit. Like one episode. Oh, he can't. He's like too stretched thin. He can't remember to do anything. Will never be a problem again. This probably also would never be a problem again.
That's a interesting shot.
Actually, he is doing ballet. Kind of.
I love the other kids in detention, just witnessing this.
He's doing half ballet, but it's crazy, and half like just running around and like doing weird stuff.
Well, DJ, that's because detention is Vulcan Skull's world, and they're just living with it.
Whoa! He just flew.
Yeah, it's football, not flying.
I want the episode where they're doing stuff like that, but it's like the end of The Incredibles where they're trying not to use their powers too much, and someone's like, slow down, like Alpha.
It's I want Zordon to call them up and be like, you're not supposed to use your powers for personal gain.
Oh, they're playing flag football.
School's parents hate them. Probably.
See, what this ought to be is like a football game between the Power Rangers and the bad guys.
Yes, the Monstars.
Like Goldar's the quarterback, and
do like a Space Jam thing.
Yeah. And then Bugs Bunny and Power Rangers.
I thought you just said Bulks Bunny.
Bulks Bunny and
I thought you said
Skull the Duck.
Oh, that's cool. Man, the fight scenes in this back 20 are so much better than the first 50. Or
yeah,
40.
they're really good. No, it does feel like we watched 70 of these. That's true.
It's the Yosemite Range.
Why is the football involved in this fight?
It's like Secret of the Ooze where they're trying to get the canister.
Yeah, where the secret of the ooze is there's ooze.
Did you just grab one and ran with it? Billy, why did
you have the football that whole time?
That was his job. He has to keep the football safe.
David says Angel Grove High doesn't seem like the kind of student body where they have the luxury of picking and choosing players from tryouts. I don't know if that's true.
I've said this before, but I still
can
really
tell I know exactly what's going on. So
what is this called? Is it
that
a rat?
looks like yet another armadillo monster. Oh, it's a rhino. Wow, good on you, Zach, because I couldn't tell what that was. And now football puns for the entire rest of the episode. Get ready for it. Lance, are you with us?
Yeah, I lost the feed for a while though. Of the show, I had to restart Rabbit. Yeah,
it glitched on me for a second too.
Oh no!
But it's fine now.
I didn't hear you for a little while, and I was like, I wonder if Lance could even see.
Well, that's cool.
For a little while, I couldn't. I was hoping I would fix itself.
I like specific putties.
You know, that's always fun. I still wish it was monsters, though.
You've got it, putties. You've got to wear the football helmets. That just makes it
protect
even
your putty
weirder.
faces.
Man, these putties are actually good.
Yeah.
Why does that putty not have the numbers?
The putties seem to always, I don't know. The putties seem to always be better at whatever they're doing when there's like a theme.
They just needed motivation, that's all.
It's a tornado.
Yeah, why is there a tornado? That is a
armadillo,
kind of
obviously.
It's a football tornado.
Did they say what it was? It cut out when I said
Oh, it's
that.
a multi-dimensional vortex. Wait, that was your worst fear?
I lay awake at night thinking of multi-dimensional vortexes.
I float in this tube thinking, oh no.
Oh, he's using football terms too.
This is an interesting shot of Alpha like looking into the camera.
I was gonna say that's kind of a cool rare shot, and you still have Zordon 10 in the background. Because usually when we shoot that far back, we try to shoot under the tube so we don't have to do that. Like they went above and beyond right there, DJ.
Why did they never call Tommy? Like he hasn't even been notified.
Because they try to do everything they can before they need to, because they know that he's got limited power.
Yeah, there we go. It's not on his wrist.
Oh, it's in his bag.
That's the thing is, like Z2 looks like once again for some reason they just didn't have a lot of Green Ranger footage.
But they were shooting everything new. I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
Yeah, there's no reason they wouldn't have it.
Like it really feels like the reason they come up with this plot thing with Tommy not having any power or having much power is because they didn't get enough footage.
He said it to himself. Usually that's like something Zordon says to you. With the power protect me.
What would be great is if he just waited for like 5 seconds and he just gets sarcastic. Well, fine, Zordon, I guess let the power protect me. I guess let the power protect you is like sneezing. It's like bless you, you know? It's weird to say it about yourself, you know, bless me.
I want in the next Star Wars movie, Rey to just say, may the Force be with me as she runs away.
Yeah.
Still, though, the next time somebody sneezes, I'm definitely going to say, may the power protect you, and see what they say.
Makes about as much sense as anything else we say.
Live long and prosper, me. I didn't remember that. That's great. The power protect me. Shut up, Zordon. Okay, yeah, what is it? I guess it makes him walk forward.
He walks faster. What if he had to play every single thing that the Green Ranger, the Dragon Zord did?
Yeah, you got like a different melody for spin around and punch and go that way slightly.
I want that DDR game where the arrows come down and you have to play the flute to make the Dragon Zord fight. It's a Megazord fighter. It's like Donkey Kong Jungle Cruise. What's that game called?
Jungle Beat.
Donkey Konga?
Donkey Konga, yeah, because Jungle Beat's actually a side scroller.
That's what I'm talking about. It's like that. You have to fight, but you have to use.
You have to fight with it. Yeah, but with your flute, you're like da 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 da.
Flute fight. It's already alliterative. It's great.
Flute fight. There's an app for that, I'm sure.
There should be like a Alien Rangers like video game. What would it be like?
A swimming game. It would be like the Donkey Kong levels underwater.
No.
Okay,
no,
so
no.
the reason Zordon comes up with this absurd "it's the only way to do it" plan of throw the dragon dagger into the vortex is probably that's the footage they shot. So
Yeah.
I think this, Lance, I think this has to answer our question, right? Like
think so,
we
too.
cannot have written this.
Although this is, I just noticed this, like the fact that he talked into his wrist just then, that couldn't have been done on regular Zyuranger footage because they didn't have communicators in that show.
That's a good
So
point.
they know they're shooting Power Rangers. They've seen
Yeah.
that. That's a great point. And once again, there's nothing too stupid for Zordon. You must defeat the Rhino Blaster.
Well,
It's not a weird thing to say at all.
it should be a virtual reality game where you're
You're still on
where
about
you're
that.
like where you're like controlling a Zord all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, so the vortex is in his like mouth?
Okay, so Tommy just learned his lesson of the week. He can throw a flute, so he can play football now.
I threw a
Yeah, what happened to the football fight? It was a fight it was football for a while. Rita's put together her own football team. I guess they're just putty, so we're done with that now.
But those putties did really well and they didn't lose. So they're probably still around.
Grim Death Griffin, the power will limitedly protect me.
Okay, so Tommy, you're gonna make
Let's tilt it this way.
this football guy run into other buildings. Okay.
But see, at least Tommy always lands on his back. I remember there being way more football puns in the back half of this.
In the back 20.
All you had to do
Not in
was
all of
say,
the 20,
Jason, where are you guys? And then they
Wait,
come out.
Oh yeah,
came
here they
out-
go. It's time to run the blitz. Yeah, I knew there was more football puns.
They came out of the vortex already in the Megazord. What? They went in when they were playing football. So apparently
See,
they can
it
call
does
those
that too.
words in there. It makes them rise.
Makes
Wait,
his chest
so-
And
light up.
once again, I ask, why was the Zordon's worst fear? Like, when they're in there, they can't call us, but he can see them. They still have all their powers and can call the Megazord, apparently. Worst thing ever to have to go through. Really traumatic experience.
Imagine for the rat, that the Megazord had to come out of the vortex in his mouth.
That would have been fun to see, though.
There's a Z.
Yep.
That's not for Power Rangers.
No, that's for Z Ranger.
Yeah. Yeah. That's because we're still using some stock footage. Or they shot it that way. I don't know. Because Zyuranger obviously still edited their stuff. I don't think they sent us raw footage. That's interesting too.
Yeah, well, I mean, like the Mega Dragon Zord finishing move was in previous episodes too, right? And it always had that same Z thing on it, I guess.
Yeah, but the Z thing came at the monster, didn't it?
But I think it came at the screen and then it just showed the monster blow up. I don't know.
No, it was the Mega Dragon Zord's attack was the Z.
Okay, but we didn't actually see it on screen with the monster at the same time?
Yeah, not at the same time.
Oh, okay. I mean, I know we just saw it, but I'm also looking at comments and stuff.
Man, if these kids would be so annoying if they actually went to your high school because they do everything.
Oh yeah, no, everyone should hate them.
They do everything. They're on the football team.
And we're gonna find out in another episode or two. It's in these back 40. It's or back 20. It's in these one of these last episodes that they all have a 4.0 average, and they're all at the top of the class.
They make everyone look horrible. Like they're always recycling stuff and helping out the community, doing all the sports.
Yeah, and being starters and
valedictorians.
Okay, but you can get on the team without ever playing the team, so we can't be that impressed.
So is the principal the coach?
Well,
it's a very limited staff.
Well, they only have one teacher.
They have one teacher and principal. Yeah.
See, Tommy couldn't play the sport at all before. Now he's the best there ever was.
Because he threw a dagger, obviously. Quid pro quo.
Into a rat's mouth.
QED.
Now, Lance, I don't know anything about football, but I'm pretty sure there's not dagger throwing.
Why are Tommy's shoulder pads like 10 times bigger than everybody else's? Look how gigantic.
Because he's important and he's got to look center stage. Yeah,
he's got his Power Rangers vest under there.
He's doing the Superman thing, even though he doesn't need to because he can morph. Well, there we go.
Wait,
that is
Tommy was on Bulk's team.
That is one of my favorite episodes from the Back 20, just because it's hilarious. That's so ridiculous. Okay, well, we lost Lance. Hopefully, Lance will be able to come back here in a little bit as we're batch recording. What were you saying, DJ?
I just saw something next episode. I'll talk about it when we get there.
Okay, cool. Yeah, don't get ahead of us. Don't start doing that yet. Okay, so folks, we're gonna go ahead and get going. Thanks a lot for watching today's episode of Morphin Mania. Lance is popping back in just long enough, if he's able to get in, for us to then shut this down and get back to him. Yeah, and I don't know if I told him that we shoot these in separate boxes. Anyway, but folks, thanks a lot for watching. We sure appreciate it. If you're watching live, stick around with us. We'll be back in about 5 or 6 minutes, and we're going to go to episodes 59 and 60. Lance, I'm glad you made it back. You came back just long enough for us to then, in a minute, eject you and get into another call because we shoot these in separate boxes.
Oh, cool. I'm glad I didn't miss that then. That's important.
I was about to send you a message about it. Anyway, Lance, thanks for joining us, buddy.
Thank you for having me. This has been a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was great.
Hopefully we don't have any technical snafus in the next one. Like I said, for all the live viewers, stick around. We're going to be back in just about 5 or 6 minutes, and we're going to do the last 2 episodes of the Back 20. Yay. And then right after that, he's coming, you guys. He's on his way. He's coming. Everybody, thanks a lot for watching. I am Captain Logan. This is Jason.
Next is another fish monster.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Yeah. Commander Crayfish.
Oh my god! It's another fish monster! And then an oyster stew! What are we doing? Anyway, we'll be back in just a little bit for everybody live. Otherwise, thanks for watching today's episode of Morphin Mania. Once again, I'm Captain Logan, this is Jason, and this was DJ and special guest Lance Fusion. See you later, folks.